Supposedly, we are getting fairies in The Sims 4. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and let's have a little chit chat about this new expansion pack. So what do we know so far? This website has been going around called somethingisgrowing.com, and we can take a peek inside. So it says, get lost in Innis Green. You discover there are 3 neighborhoods to explore: a quiet waterfront town, all about gnomes, a grove where nature and civilization blend together, and an enchanted magical forest. Now, I think a lot of people have been speculating that this pack is going to be a lot about gnomes rather than fairies, but the enchanted magical forest kind of tells me different. On the next page, it says, get lost in natural living. You wake up under the stars and see other Sims meeting their needs outdoors without beds or plumbing. You're hungry, but you spot some delicious looking mushrooms by a tree. I think a lot of people were speculating that they used AI, but The Sims actually posted something on their Instagram and other places that they built the whole set themselves. It looks like they've done such a great job, and they wanted to shut down any AI rumors as well, so they literally built the set themselves. Look at this. That is so cool to create that effect, and I love the clear amount of work and effort that went into this. Absolutely brilliant. Get lost in 3 new traits. You befriend fellow plant lovers, have enlightening encounters with mystical Sims, and even run-ins with disruptive Sims. Are the disruptive ones going to be like gnomes? It's giving gnome. Get lost in ailments, where you can start feeling funny and you've got to put cures together. There's an apothecary skill, and also get lost in enchantment. There's a new career as well, and they keep referring to creatures. Who and what are the creatures? This is what I want to know. So I believe when you're watching this video, there's going to be a trailer coming out tomorrow, June the 12th. So hopefully we'll find out a little bit more. But today I thought that I would do a fairy house build ready for the supposed fairies that we're meant to be getting. To be honest with you, I am not somebody that has exactly wanted fairies. I think for as long as I remember, for as long as I've not necessarily played The Sims 4, but been a part of like the Sims 4 online community, people have been begging for fairies, you know, along with cars and various other things. Fairies is one of those things that people have been non-stop begging for. I don't really fall into that category. To be quite honest, I don't massively use occults anyway. Vampires, out of all of them, I'd say would probably be my favourite, because I think there's a lot more to do with the vampires than some of the others. I mean, mermaids. Poor mermaids. But if they are adding fairies, then of course I'll be trying it. You never know, it might be my new favourite thing, my new favourite pack. But I'm just not one of those people that has been desperate for them. But I am always excited for new content, and I'm always excited for any additional thing in the game. I love looking through the build buy, and I think the cast as well in the last couple of years has gotten so much better in The Sims, and I absolutely love that. So I'm excited to see the trailer, and then in 2 weeks I believe we'll have a gameplay trailer. The Sims actually released a roadmap last week listing what's up and coming basically. I thought to commemorate the idea that fairies might be coming, we could do a little fairy build. And I wanted something small and sweet. Obviously when this pack does come out with the whole enchanting thing that has been on the website, I'm guessing there's going to be a great deal of new build buy and hopefully some like mystical ones, so I will do an updated house build, and I'm sure I'll do plenty more builds when the new pack does come out. But I'm just intrigued into what sort of direction they're going to take this. Gnomes as well, like they kind of have no meaning, like there's not really a lot to the gnomes, and I personally, I don't think I would want them to have any more story behind them. They're kind of already annoying enough as it is when they appear on Harvest Fest. And then, you know, you've got to appease the gnomes. That is enough for me. So, but I am always open-minded. I'm always open to new things. So it might surprise me. If it is focused on the gnomes, it might surprise me. You never know. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm just looking as well. And there was a website that I think has leaked previous Sims packs before, and they always tend to be pretty spot on with it, other than like the actual art for the game. But there's a description about the supposed fairies pack, and it says, step into nature and let it touch every part of your Sim's life. Live fully off the land by developing natural living skill to rest, eat and bathe comfortably under the sky. Sims not taking care of themselves may end up manifesting in ailments, which we obviously saw on that website, which, you know, is pretty true. which can be healed at an apothecary table, diving deep into the new gardening and foraging finds to craft potions or protect Sims from occults. Now, this is interesting as well because the gardening skill has been broken for as long as I can remember. You know, you grow your plants and then suddenly they're all dead and gone, and you've got to use a cheat or whatever to get them back. And it's been really, really annoying. So I'm hoping, I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm hoping that this pack does actually fix the gardening skill now. It then says, as Sims explore the new world, they may discover fairies just beyond their normal everyday life. Fairies can be mischievous and give Sims ailments, or become a fairy who enhances nature, helps in the garden, and instantly blooms plants. So we can become a fairy, I'm guessing? I know there was also a lot of speculation about fairies potentially being on the same level as the birds and the rabbits and whatnot that come with Henford on Bagley and with cottage living. If that was the case, I think that would be pretty naff. I think if you're adding fairies, you kind of have to go the whole way and you have to let people make themselves as a fairy, or just, you know, have actual playable fairies. But we'll see what happens when the pack comes out. It does say as well, for Sims who just want to bask in the beauty of nature and grow new magical plants or gather ingredients to enchant any plant to care for them, there's a lot of new life to help with the chores. Okay. I try not to judge too much until I've actually seen a bit more about the pack, you know, when the trailer comes out, when the gameplay trailer comes out, and when I've actually played the pack myself as well. I try not to get too ahead of myself. I mean, so far it does look cool. I like the idea that they, you know, gave that website for us to get a bit of a rough idea into what they've been working on and kind of a little sneaky preview. I mean, by the looks of that website, they're adding more to the gnomes, which I'm not going to lie on it. I'm not massively excited for. Yeah, I look forward to new content, but I will be honest if it's something that I'm not that keen on. So obviously as well, this is an expansion pack. It's not a game pack. So all of the other occults that we've had, so for example, the vampires and the werewolves, where they came in their own pack, as a game pack, there was a lot more to them. Whereas the occults that came with expansion packs, so like the mermaids that obviously come with island living, could have been so much better. Like the potential was there, but they don't really have much to them, you know, unlike the vampires and the werewolves, where they have their own sort of ranking system and they can get perks and rank up as their occult. Mermaids don't have that. So it does make me worry that the fairies are going to be on a similar level and there's not going to be too much to them, and they're just going to be basically an extra feature in the pack. Which, by the sounds of like speculation that I'm reading online, it seems like they are just going to be an additional feature in the pack and not the main feature. So I'm not sure. Maybe if they were the main feature, they would have put it as a game pack rather than an expansion pack. But I don't really know. It's hard not to engage too much in speculation, but in recent years, the speculation online is just becoming more and more true. So it's a difficult one. I will obviously form my own opinion when I get to play it myself. But the focus of this video isn't to yap about fairies. Well, it kind of was. But it's also to talk about this build. So hopefully you lot have been enjoying what I've been doing with this build. I don't know why I'm like this. Just excited for the potential of fairies. Not really that much, to be honest. I mean, it will be a cool addition. You know, people have wanted it for ages. But I'm kind of like, I'm neither massively excited or like sad about them being added. But the build itself, I wanted to make it magical. I wanted to make it mystical. The love-struck lights, the fairy lights that you can kind of see going through the different rooms, I thought were great. Do you know what? They're probably one of my favourite things in the Love-Struck expansion pack. So I really liked discovering them. And I thought that I would just make the space small, cute, decorated as like magical and mystical as I could. So the Realm of Magic pack actually came in a bit handy as well. And I also wanted to make it like a cute, cozy, small cottage that I could picture potential fairies living in. I can't wait to see what the build bite is with the pack so that I can, you know, go back and even edit this build or even make a new one with actual cute fairy furniture. I'm imagining like crafted wooden, small wooden furniture and things like that. And I was really happy with how I did the landscaping as well. I thought adding a cute little pond was a good idea too. And I built this in Hemford-on-Bagley on the very top left lot in Hemford-on-Bagley. And I really liked how it turned out in the end. I think it does and would suit a fairy, so I hope that you lot like it too. Let me know what you think of it. I never ever use rounded rooms, but I did for this build, so hopefully you don't think I did too bad of a job and that you like the build as well. And I loved using green. Green was everywhere in the build. I just think it was so fitting for, you know, nature and fairies being in nature, and the idea that this pack could be called, I think, Escape to Nature or something, or Enchanted by Nature. I don't even know. I always misname the packs. But let me know what you think of this build. Let me know if you want to see me do a build when the new pack does come out as well. Although by the sounds of it, Sims aren't going to be living in a build and they're going to be sleeping in nature, so maybe I won't need to do a massive build then. If you enjoyed this build though, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you're expecting in the brand new pack and if you're excited for fairies. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so that you never miss a video and so that you don't miss me exploring the new expansion pack when it comes out. And if you do plan on buying the new pack, don't forget to use my EA creator code, which is Tazkabaz, as it supports me out as an EA creator. Take care, look after yourselves, and I will see you next time. Taz out.